Good morning. Here is the news on STM Radio Vision, Elisha. First, the headlines. Abuja Stadium to gulp 24 billion naira from NSC's 203 billion naira budget. Osun 2026, INEC fixes March 11 for campaign commencement. AFCON 2025 final, Senegal coach apologizes for pitch walkouts. Trump says he will 100% carry out Greenland tariff threat as EU vows to protect its interest. Amnesty deal, outrage mounts as Casino moves to release 70 bandits. Now the news in full. I am Chidima Abel. The upgrade of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium Abuja is expected to gulp the sum of 24 billion naira allocated to the National Sport Commission in the 2026 appropriation bill. President Bola Tinubu had presented a 58.18 trillion budget of restoration to a joint session of the National Assembly last year. And Nigeria's sport budget for 2026 has witnessed a 300% increase from the 78 billion naira allocated in 2025 as the commission targets several projects as well as major competitions. Chairman of the NSC, Shehu Diko, had targeted the end of 2025 to commence work on the stadium as part of broader effort to revive Nigeria's sports infrastructure. The facility, which was opened in 2003 during the administration of former President Olusegun Obasanjo, has been deemed unfit to host the senior national team and other major competitions despite undergoing renovation between 2020 and 2022. Under former Sport Minister Sunday Dare, Nigerian billionaire and Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, committed a sum of $1 million towards restoring the main bowl of the stadium. Prominent socio-political organizations including Afenifere, Arewa Consultative Forum, Ohanes Ndibo, the Middle Belt Forum and others have expressed outrage over a plan by the Katsina State government to release 70 bandits as part of measures to patch up a floundering peace pact with bandit leaders. The groups, in a separate interviews with the journalists, described the move as reckless and a danger to national security, calling on the federal government to halt the provocative action. Also, religious and community leaders in Katsina State voiced strong opposition to the proposed amnesty for the bandits, whom they described as a grave threat to the state. Katsina State is dealing with a surge in bandit attacks, with over 1,500 civilians killed between 2021 and 2025. Recently, the state government approved the release of 70 suspected bandits as part of a peace deal with armed groups. The move has sparked controversy, with critics arguing it undermines justice and emboldens criminals. It was not confirmed on Monday whether the bandits had been released or not after a journalist visited the office of the Katsina State Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General to confirm if the bandits were still in custody and verify the authenticity of the alleged document, including signatures reportedly linked to the release of the suspects. However, the ministry officials declined comments on the issue, neither confirming nor denying the allegations. The silence from the government further fueled speculations and public anxiety, particularly in a state that has endured years of violent attacks, kidnappings, and other criminal activities linked to banditry. And now on the state scene, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has announced March 11, 2026 as official commencement date for political campaigns ahead of the forthcoming governorship election in Osun State. The Osun INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Mutiu Abuke, disclosed this while responding to questions from journalists during an expanded stakeholders meeting organized by the Commission to mark the start of the second phase of the Continuous Voter Registration (CVR) exercise in Osogbo on Monday. According to Abuke, the campaign timeline will be formally communicated to political actors in line with existing electoral acts and guidelines. He explained that the Commission would outline campaign protocols to guide political parties throughout the process. And now on the sports scene, Senegal coach Pep Thiaw has apologized following a controversial incident during his team's 1-0 win over host Morocco on Sunday. Theo briefly ordered his players to leave the pitch in protest after a penalty was awarded to Morocco's Brahim Diaz, who had been pulled by Malik Diop in the box. The Senegal coach acknowledged the emotional intensity of the moment and stressed the importance of professionalism and accountability, urging players and fans to focus on moving forward. Reacting to the incident, Morocco head coach Walid Regragui described his Senegal counterpart Pep Thiaw as shameful after his side won the Africa Cup of Nations in dramatic circumstances. And now on the foreign scene, Donald Trump has vowed to 100% follow through on his threat to impose tariffs on European countries who oppose his demand to take control of Greenland. European allies have rallied around Greenland's sovereignty. Denmark's foreign minister emphasized the U.S. president cannot threaten his way to ownership of the semi-autonomous Danish territory. UK Foreign Secretary Jette Cooper reiterated the UK's position that the future of Greenland is for Greenlanders and for the Danes alone to decide. On Monday, Trump declined to rule out the use of force and insisted he would press ahead with the threatened tariffs on goods arriving in the US from the UK and 7 other NATO allied countries. In a post to Truth Social in the L House of Tuesday morning, the US president said he had a very good telephone call with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte and agreed to a meeting of various parties in Switzerland this week. And now to end the news, here is a recap of our stories. We told you that the upgrade of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium Abuja is expected to go up the sum of 24 billion naira. We also told you that prominent socio-political organizations, including Afenifere, Arewa Consultative Forum, ONSDLIBO, the Middle Belt Forum, and others have expressed outrage over a plan by the Katsina State government to release 70 bandits as part of measures to patch up a floundering peace pact with bandit leaders. We also told you that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has announced March 11, 2026 as official commencement date for political campaigns ahead of the forthcoming governorship election in Osun State. Senegal coach Pep has apologized following a controversial incident during his team's 1-0 win over host Morocco on Sunday. Lastly, we told you that Donald Trump has vowed to 100% follow through on his threats to impose tariffs on European countries who oppose his demand to take control of Greenland. That ends the news on STM Radio Vision, Elisha, Osun State, Nigeria. The news was edited by Jiboye Huayo and was brought to you by Chidima Abel. For sponsorship and advert placement, please contact us on 0916 634 9956. You can also follow us on all our social media handles, on Facebook at STM Radio Vision, on YouTube at STM Studio. Thanks for listening. Good morning.